And here we are again for the third and final installment today of my video updates. This is the top 10 revisited, the top 10 things that Big Mike wanted to see. That's me, by the way, Big Mike. Wanted to see happen after surgery. And I had to go back and watch the video to reacquaint my memory with what exactly those were or in what order. Number 10 was I was wearing the same pair of jeans every day, which was literally the truth. Literally the truth. I put those jeans on the top, on the shelf, before November was over. Within a couple of weeks, those were not even fitting me anymore. They were just too big. I told you I went and bought a new pair of jeans in Florida when I was there. I bought them, and they were too big when I bought them. I didn't try them on. I just, in my head, was sure that I was still a 38. I could have bought a size 36. And they were relaxed fit. They weren't loose fit. They weren't slim fit. They were relaxed fit. So maybe if I bought a slim fit 38, they would have fit, normally. But lesson learned there. I had jeans that, one pair of jeans that I couldn't even button at all previously. I wore them on the plane to Florida, and they fit loose now. I can actually put my fist in between the jeans and my waist, and I've got loose, room to spare, I guess you could say. But the jeans, that's a check off the list there, the top 10. I'm not wearing the same pair of jeans every day. I'm wearing a different pair of jeans every day. So there's a little, as they call them, a non-scale victory, Small shirts in the closet. I told you I had a shirt for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and that was about it. 4 shirts that I wore on the same day of the week, because there was only 4 shirts that would fit me. That's not an issue anymore. I had just a couple of dozen shirts in there, button-down shirts, polo shirts, a lot of polo shirts that I couldn't even wear before. And I was a big guy who would, I'm the type of guy who would buy clothes that were smaller, that don't fit, in the hopes of being motivated to fit into them one day. Well, that one day never came until now. All right, so you may be the same, that type that, I'm just going to buy a couple sizes smaller because I know I'm going to fit into them one day, and then maybe it motivates me. And I mean, some of them shirts are out of style now. It's been that long, since I did anything about my weight, So number 9, the shirts. I probably have one shirt for each day of the month now and wear it, Number 8, out of breath while tying my shoes. It's not a problem anymore. I mean, getting dressed, tying my shoes. Before I was just out of breath. It was exhausting, and then not anymore. I could sit here and bend over, tie my shoes, no problem. So it was a big deal before, something I really noticed, but now it's not a big deal now because it's not even an issue. So it's kind of funny how those things are, they're big dramatic issues when they're a problem, but once they're fixed, we kind of let them fall out of our mind. We have to go recall them to remember it. Number 7, not afraid to sit down. Or my number 7 before was I was afraid to sit down. Going to friends' houses or sitting with a family member, going to visit somebody. They always ask you this, when they mostly sit down outside on a porch or on a patio or something, and they have these chairs, plastic chairs or regular chairs or whatever, patio furniture. Mike, sit, because I'm always standing. There was a reason for that. I didn't want to sit because I was afraid I'd break the thing. So now, sitting is not a problem, on these kind of chairs. We went out New Year's Eve. I told you I got back on New Year's Eve, back to Israel. And New Year's Eve is also very festive here. So we went to a New Year's Eve party. And, of course, it was outside on a porch. And I was one of the first ones to sit down, and it was one of those white plastic chairs, you buy 4 in a set. And they have the matching white plastic table. And that was the chair I sat in. And before it would be wobbly, and you just know this thing's going to give out at any moment. That wasn't the case now. So there's another little victory. Walking. Before it was a chore, a hard job to do. Now it's nothing. I was out of breath walking before. Just normal walking from here to the road. Not power walking, not fast, brisk walking, just regular walking. Which was never a problem before my weight got out of control. But now it's not a problem anymore. So, I have my bus drop me off, at a further stop down, so I have to walk back home. That walk is no problem. And here in Israel, there's no flat roads. It's not like they're hills. Everywhere you go, there are hills. So there's no poor calf muscles in Israel. Everybody has good calf muscles. Let's see. Department store closed. Now this is one I'm not there yet. Okay, now I can go into the U.S. and buy something off the rack. In a department store. But here in Israel, the sizes are sized much smaller. It's like one size difference. An XL here would be, an XL in the U.S. is a 2X here. Okay, so I'm not where I can go buy XL in the department store here. 2X fits perfect, which is an XL in the U.S. I have, the clothes that I have fitting me in my closet are all 2X button-down shirts, but those are really like 1X in the U.S. But I'm not there yet. I'm literally halfway to my goal. I'm 60 pounds down. For those of you all who didn't watch my first video of this 3-video set, my surgery weight was 311.5 pounds. As of this morning, I'm 252 pounds. So that's almost exactly 60 pounds that has been lost. Didn't lose a whole lot of weight before surgery. I had a little pre-op diet, but my surgeon had told me I'm one of the smaller patients, and he didn't really have me on a strict pre-op diet. He wanted me to shrink my liver a little bit. So the few days before surgery, I did kind of watch what I was eating. But 311.5 was the starting weight. 252 this morning. Goal weight is 190. Right, so you see, I'm almost exactly halfway to my goal. Maybe another 20 pounds off. I can go test out the department stores here, but right now I just know it's not gonna end well if I try it now. I still have some shirts that are in my closet that are too small. All right, so before I go buying clothes, I'll give those a go. If those start fitting, then I know, because I bought those here in Israel. Those start fitting, then I know I can go to the department stores here instead of the big boy store. Not wanting to go out to friends' house, not wanting to spend time with friends. That was on the list before, the top 10. Pretty much being embarrassed because of my weight. I had gotten myself into a bit of a shell. So that's not a problem anymore. Like I said, we went out New Year's Eve. That was my idea. Hey, let's go out. Let's go to that party and whatever. That was my idea to go out. So now I want to go out. The confidence is back. Even though I have a long way to go, another 60 pounds to lose. I'm only halfway there. It's not where I was, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, whatever. I've come a long way in about 10 weeks. So, as far as confidence goes, being afraid to look in the mirror. All right, that was on the list. Not liking what I was going to see. Now, it's kind of weird. I'm not afraid to look in the mirror anymore. But when I look in the mirror, I can see the changes, right? I can see, like, I'm looking right now at myself in this video on my phone, right? And I'm holding, you see this thing? I'm holding this, I don't know if you can see it. Let me go down here a little bit. Now you see the thing I'm holding, like a golf club. That's called a selfie stick. I'm looking at myself in the mirror here, and I can see the changes. But when I look at a picture of myself, I still see a fat guy. It's kind of weird the way that difference is, having a different impression based on what I see in a mirror, or based on what I see in a picture. It is what it is, but I'm sure that's going to change over time as well. But I'm not afraid to look in the mirror. I don't look the other way, which is good. And the number one thing on my top 10 list was health. I told you about the blood pressure medication. I was on 2 blood pressure medications. You may be on more medications, like for your your cholesterol and for your sugar. My situation was my blood pressure was high. And when I say high, I mean deathly high. At one point, it was 190 over 120, right? I went to a clinic one morning to drop something off or something, and they were taking my vitals while I was there. 190 over 120. They kept me there. They kept me there. They gave me a little pill to put under my tongue. I think it was nitro, to drop that down a little bit. But 190 over 120, that was the highest it was. So I was on 2 daily blood pressure medications. And within 2 weeks after surgery, I came off of that. All right, so there was no medications. I was borderline diabetic. I was not diagnosed with diabetes ever. Never really had a blood sugar problem. But I was on the border. My A1C was borderline, like 5 point something, like almost 6% or whatever. So those numbers came down back to normal. So my sugar is good. Blood pressure is not an issue anymore. Cholesterol, never really an issue. So the health is there. Still got some ways to go as far as how I feel physically and stuff. Obviously, I'm going to feel better at 190 pounds than I will at 252 pounds. But I feel a hell of a lot better at 252 pounds than I did at 311 pounds. So it's better, literally getting better every day. Exercise, I've not even started it yet. That's obviously going to change. It has to, because this is all part of the process. You have to have an exercise program. When I was in the U.S., I bought a pair of gym shoes, running shoes, whereas my other pair were worn out from previous use. But having my new pair of shoes, my gym clothes now fit, so there's no excuse for not going to the gym. But I don't have to. I can just start walking here, and I mean that's the best thing you can do. Is start a nice, solid walking program after surgery. I don't even think I'm clear yet to lift weights because it's only been 10 weeks. Believe it or not, 10 weeks after surgery, you're still healing. Even though you may have healed, your incision sites are healed, and mine are, you're still healing from the inside. And that's what takes longer. So my stitches for sure are still healing. And I don't want to risk that by going to pump some iron. So I'm going to wait a few more weeks on the lifting weights, but I'm going to jump out there and start walking, which will probably speed up the weight loss, and make it more, more realistic and not. I don't want to be dropping muscle. I want to make sure I'm dropping just body fat. So I'll be starting my walking program here very shortly. So that's it, YouTube. That's all I have. These are the 3 videos. I'm going to upload them now. It'll probably take me a little bit to get them in, but I'm at 13 minutes. But if you have any questions, by all means, drop me a comment in the comment section and like the video. It's like button's right below the screen there. Let me know if anything I can help you with as far as questions or about surgery or about life after surgery or before surgery or during surgery. I'll tell you what I can remember, but other than that, I wanted to talk about this comments. I had this written on my list here and I didn't get to it. Comments about my weight loss. I took 2 weeks off after surgery. Okay. And so when I got back to work, yeah, I'd heard, comments from people. Yeah, you look like you lost some weight, this kind of stuff. And I mean, it was only, if I can remember right, it was only 14, 15 kilo, which is like 25 or 30 pounds. But now I'm seeing people that I haven't seen since before surgery. Like at the New Year's Eve party, there were several friends of the family that were there that hadn't seen me since before my surgery. One was my wife was studying. She's in university. She's doing her MBA. So while she was at the hospital with me, the day I was discharged from the hospital, my wife was not able to take me home from the hospital. She was taking an exam. Well, her best friend came to pick me up and took me home from the hospital. Now, I had not seen her since that night. She picked me up in the hospital. I saw her the next time on the New Year's Eve. And she was all night. I can't get over how much weight you've lost, how good you look, blah, blah, blah. I don't take compliments well, but I'll take the weight loss compliment because that's what I want to hear. But yeah, people now are noticing a hell of a lot more at 60 pounds down than they were at 25 or 30. So yeah, you may not hear anything at 15 or 20 pounds down, maybe not even 25 or 30, depending on your size. But you'll start hearing it when you get into that 50, 60 pound range for sure. I saw another one at work yesterday who hadn't seen me in a very long time. She goes, "Wow, you lost weight?" I said, "Yeah, a little bit." I don't tell anybody people that know, they know that I had the surgery, but I don't go into it with new people. Yeah, I lost a little bit. No, you lost a lot. Well, okay, whatever it is. I'm sipping my coffee. So I said, "Thank you. Appreciate that." But I always followed up with, "Yeah, I got a lot more to go, though. A long way to go." Try to keep humble about it, But it's good to know. It's good to know that it's being noticed on the outside as well. So prepare yourself for those non-scale victories, whether they be clothes that are fitting again, or whether it be comments from the outside, whether they be medications that are no longer required to be taken. You got a lot of things to look forward to that are going to put a smile on your face other than that silly little scale in there. All right, because that scale is going to change every day. Sometimes it's not going to change at all. All right, so don't go by just the scale. Go by other factors that are very important that were one of the reasons why you got this. They were several of the reasons why I got this done. So anyway, I'm rambling. I'm at 16 and a half minutes now, so I'm going to say bye for now. I'll try to follow up in a week or two if I can with another update. But till then, this is Big Mike signing off, and we'll see you next time, YouTube. Bye.